on a Monday night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here we go. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Right back to him on 1st down.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Burrow looking to pass.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. After 1, it's 9-0.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well,
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yes. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Here we go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. He's got a man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow
swings this out for Hunt. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Gun.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And going right back to Pittman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw again on second down. Burrow, a throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks understand the ball boy. Get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Second down and goal. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
12.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. This pass, and it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
114 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And the 49er first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now it's Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On one, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst from 19 yards away. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Fred Warner. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On play action, they'll throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that's caught inside the 35. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Burrow on play action. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get...
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Under pressure, they got him again. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They go play action with Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the 49ers come up with a late